Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm starting this JD Talk Sports to hopefully entertain you guys that love talking about sports and mainly the NBA. I'm really focusing on that right now, but I really do want to branch out. I really enjoy basketball. I love watching it, talking about it, and pretty much consuming all media about the sport itself. I also wanted to give people an opportunity to have sort of an open conversation with me in the comments below because I love seeing other opinions on it. Not only that, but I also, want to open up to watching other sports more often, like football, baseball, hockey, all that sort of stuff. And I just wanted to have this little bit to introduce myself in this new channel. I really hope you guys enjoy because I really just want to talk about sports. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. Thank you. Okay, I know I'm a little bit late on it, but I really want to start with the draft. It was a couple of weeks ago, but it's okay. It was so surprising seeing Bankero go first. I wasn't expecting it at all. I mean, those big boards had Smith going first for like the 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks before that. And it just completely blew my mind. I mean, obviously, Woj hopping in on the broadcast a minute before the pick was made spoiled a little bit of the surprise. I deleted Twitter and everything. I don't know. I don't know why that. I don't know why I did that. It's kind of frustrating. That's fine. But I think everyone knew as well that it was these three guys. It was Bankero, Chet, and Smith. Those were going to be the top three. A lot of people didn't know the order. I think a lot of people knew that Chet was going to be going to the Thunder. Pretty much, I think that was their guy, you know. But no one really expected Bankero to go first. At least very few. I think he has a lot of upside offensively compared to Chet and Smith. A little bit less on the defensive side, but I really think he has a whole lot of upside, especially watching him at Duke and watching him, battle in all those games. It was really fun. He's a really talented player. Now we can move on to talking about Chet. So Chet, I really like him. I think he has upside to be the best player in this draft. I think he probably will be the best player in this draft, but we'll just have to see. And I think he's on a good developing team with the Thunder. I think this was a pretty good opportunity for him. They were kind of missing that lack of size. I mean, he is skinny, but he's big. Like he's tall, he's lanky. I think that he's really going to do good. And especially considering the Summer League game he just had, it was insane. He seems really talented, and I cannot wait to watch him. And then the biggest surprise of this whole thing was Smith falling to third. I did not expect that whatsoever. Especially, I think he fits great with the Rockets. I just was picturing Bankero going to the Rockets, and you know him being on the the Magic. It completely blew my mind. I did not expect it whatsoever. And the next one we're going to be talking about is Keegan Murray. I think he's an extremely talented player. I think, as most people would agree, that he could have fallen and they could have just traded down. But to me, if you're going for talent over fit, I would always say go talent, no matter what. I know Ivy doesn't exactly fit on the team, but he's definitely the fourth most talented player in this draft. But if you want Keegan, that's perfectly fine. Just trade down. But I think picking him is okay. The Kings aren't exactly a well respected franchise, but I guess we're going to have to see how they're going to do with Keegan at the front, especially with his Summer League games. He's been playing pretty well. So I guess we're just going to have to see. And then personally, and this is my favorite team of the entire draft, is the Pistons. Them selecting Ivy at 5, that was their guy. I mean, Woj even said their two guys were Ivy and Duran, and we're going to talk about Duran in a little bit. But Ivy was seriously a great pick. I was watching I think he was playing Ohio State, and I think he hit the game winner, I believe. And I was just watching him, and he was just so talented with the basketball. And I do think this is an amazing pickup because I think he'll fit alongside great with Cade. I think he's a good ball handler. I just think perfect pick. I think there I would be very glad that he fell that far. And I mean, I'm not gonna do every single pick. I'm probably gonna do most in the lottery, but I'm not gonna be doing every single pick. But we'll talk about the Benedict pick next, the Matherin. I think he is incredibly underrated. I think that's going to be a great pick for the Pacers. The Pacers, well, not that they need shooting. I think they do need some shooting. And I think that he's going to fit well, especially alongside Tyrese. I think Tyrese is going to feed him that ball, and it's just going to be fun to watch them. I never really watched a whole lot of Pacers game last year, but I did watch some. I watched them play the Brooklyn Nets. It was pretty fun. I like Tyrese. I think it's good young core. I could see them trading Miles Turner. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen, but we'll see. Okay. And Sharp, Shaden Sharp. Yeah, that's a tough pick. I am very surprised that the Portland Trailblazers didn't trade the pick because I just unless they're wanting to keep him and maybe grow him a little, and then whenever Dame's either retiring or leaving, I doubt he's ever gonna leave, but maybe they're just trying to open up the future a little bit. But if they're really trying to contend and they're trying to build a contender around Dame, I'd see no reason why they'd be picking him. Especially, I guess they want to take the gamble, but we'll just have to see. I hope he does well. I just don't know. If I'm Portland, I'm trading that pick, or I mean, perfectly fine with trading that pick. Although they did get Jeremy Grant, I thought they were going to trade that pick for Jeremy Grant, and they ended up not doing that, which is good for them. But yeah, it's a very confusing pick. I guess we'll just have to see. And then I absolutely love the Dyson Daniels pick at 8. When I was doing my mock draft, which completely got blown up by the way, with Bankero going first, I had Dyson going to the Pelicans during the draft, and I think he's a really fun fit. I think that big, tall, guard, he could play some one, probably going to play a lot of two. I've been seeing talks that he's not the greatest ball handler, but I think you can grow into that. So I think it's just going to be fun to have him on that team. It's just a very cool pick. I like it. I really like it. And then the last in order pick that we're going to be going with is Jeremy Sohan or Sochan. I believe it's Sohan. Um, to me, if any other team was making this pick, I would think it's a reach. But I'm just I trust the Spurs. Although that Joshua Primo pick was a little bit of a reach, I trust the Spurs enough to you know, know how to develop their players, know what they're going to be doing with it, and know the players that they're going to be picking and what team and what players they're going to be just developing. Like I trust the Spurs to do that, especially now that they traded DeJounte Murray. I think it opens the door for him to have a pretty good defensive role. I don't know if he's going to be an all-star in this league, but I think he's going to be a pretty good player. So I trust the Spurs and what they're picking. Would I have picked him at that? Probably not. Let's see if I still think Jalen Duren should have went this high. I genuinely think. Plus, they got Jakob Pertl, but I think it would have been fun to see him on that team. But I trust them enough to draft him. And we're gonna skip a few picks, and I just wanted to go straight to Jalen Duren. Actually, no. Instead of going straight to Jalen Duren, I want to talk about Ujman Zhang. Eh, don't know why the Knicks would trade that. Not 100% sure why they would do it. I guess we're gonna have to see. Maybe they just didn't want to need to develop a player. Got some future assets. It's okay. I'll just gloss over that for a little bit, but I really, really wanted to talk about Jalen Duren. That was a huge pickup for the Pistons. That team is going to be so fun with Cade, with Jaden Ivey, Sadiq, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen, even some Killian Hayes. We don't know much about him if he's even going to be playing a whole lot next season. I hope he does. I want him to be good, but I'm just we'll just have to see. But that is an exciting team. I'm very excited for the Pistons next season. I really want to watch them. Although I can never really get to watch them. I need to buy a league pass. But I'm really excited. I think that team's going to be insane. I think they definitely had the best draft so far. We're going to have to see the rest of free agency and how they deal with it. I feel like they took on a lot of contracts and trades. So they might not be making a whole lot of moves in free agency. I saw that they got Kevin Knox, but we can talk about that maybe in a free agency video, but I just wanted to focus on the draft for now, and I'm just excited. This draft seems good, and I feel like a lot of teams are going to be preparing for next year's draft. with all Scoot Henderson, Win Banayama, or whatever however you say his name, the French prospect. I think it's Win Banayama, maybe. I actually saw this video of Rudy Gobert guarding him, and man was getting cooked. Rudy Gobert was getting cooked. So yeah, I'm really excited to watch him play in the NBA. But I guess I'll just overview a little bit more about the teams that are sitting in the lottery right now. Like I think the Magic, you couldn't really go wrong with taking Ben Crowell. I think Paulo was a good pick. So I think their future's pretty bright. Chet, obviously, I think he's probably the best player in this draft. So I love that pick. That team's gonna be nice. I like their developing squad. I'm glad that they were trading some picks to move up in the draft. I'm glad that they're not just sitting on 7 in one round and then you just got to keep trading up and or trading down or not even trading down, trading away for future assets. I think it's nice to just move up in a draft, and I feel like they could really have the chance to do that next season with all the picks. Like if I'm in the top five, I'm trading 5 picks for that first pick. I would do anything for that pick because I think Wembanyama is going to be crazy good. He's like a mix of Giannis and Kevin Durant. And like Kristaps Porzingis because he's huge. He's like 7'4". But I really like the Pistons. I loved their draft, and the Kings. I just hope the Kings know what they're doing. That the track record in the past has not been very confident. We can't really be confident about the Kings, but I really hope we know what they're doing. I want to see the Kings do well. It sucks. I know it sucks just for any franchise to, you know, not make the playoffs for God, like 15 years maybe. Is it the last 15 seasons? I don't know. It's a long time. I just want to see them do well. Especially it would really suck to be a Kings fan, but I really want their fans to be happy. And the rest of the draft, I mean, I think Thunder did really good. Definitely the best draft was the Pistons by far. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say about the draft. I'm more excited for all the trades going on in the free agency. I'm not sure if I want to make 2 separate videos for trades and free agency, or if I just want to have a trades and free agencies like in one video. So I'm just gonna have to see. I'm probably gonna record both soon and just see how I can fit them together. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a future video. I really enjoyed talking about sports. I love talking about the draft, and I'm really excited for this upcoming season. Okay, see you guys. Bye.